Hello and welcome to my channel where we make structural engineering design simple and easy. My name is Olodukonyedi and I'm your host. I want to say very big thank you to everyone who has subscribed to this channel and those who keep asking encouraging sending encouraging words and asking intelligent questions. We really appreciate you, and if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. So everyone who has subscribed to this channel, please, I appreciate you, and if you are yet to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button. We are doing a series on how to create structural floor arrangement from your architectural drawing. So the part one we did was about inputting columns on it. Why this part two will be dealing on how to create your beams and your slab on the structural layout. So we are going straight right in. What the architect will send you is typically this, which we've input our column positions everywhere. And normally how we do it is the ground floor from your architectural drawing is what we use as our foundation layer. Everything on the ground floor, the pattern in the ground floor, is what we use as our foundation layout. So coming to your first floor, please pay attention. This is very tricky. Your first floor and your ground floor, you have to position your beams inside the walls in the ground floor, so that when you are on the ground floor looking upward, you won't really see the column, the beams coming out. So the trick is, if you superimpose, let me do something quickly so that you understand what I'm saying. It's very tricky. Please pay attention. If you miss this, you miss everything. So what I will do first, I will copy it out so that you can see it. I bring this up here. I'll change this color to, let's say I change it to will I change it to green? We have green here. Let's say let's change it to this color. Yeah, magenta. Good. Yeah, let's change it to magenta. Beautiful. And what we do now is we create block. We turn it to block by pressing B, and you press enter, and we can now say ground floor. Ground floor. Please pay attention. If you miss this, you've missed it. So right now what we do is we pick this and we superimpose it. Let's superimpose it. We'll pick here. Let's superimpose it here. So when you superimpose it here, what you can see is these are your ground floor where your beams would be. Then anything outside there will now be cantilevered. Pay attention, very important. This is your beam arrangement. Then anything outside this ground floor area becomes a cantilever. So as you can see, you are having from axis 8 to 8 prime as cantilever, axis A to B, from 8 to axis 8 to axis 6 as cantilever. So this is how you arrange your your work. So with this now, you are seeing your cantilevers on all these areas. So if you arrange your beams, pay attention. When you arrange your beams, you know you are having cantilever, and there are two ways of having cantilever. Either you do it a slab cantilever, or you push out your beams to pick the cantilever slab that is coming on the first floor over your ground floor. So with this, you can now arrange your beams. This is how your beams will look, and now you know where your cantilevers would be. You know where your cantilevers would be. So you're having your cantilevers. So pay attention. So with that, we know that from our ground floor, if we create our beams, all these parts that is in broken lines, all these in broken lines would be cantilever. And also I will on the description, I will put the AutoCAD file on it so that you can practice and get what you want. So this is what we'll be doing right now. We'll be creating our beams and pushing out our cantilever. So that is what we'll be doing. So now what you need to do is, after you've determined that, you have to clean out every non-structural element by deleting all the architectural stuff that are not structurally needed. The windows, the doors, the write-up, anything is not needed. So you delete and leave only the structural elements that are needed. So this, anything that is not structural has to go. So take it out. This is what you do. Just keep taking them out. You take them out. So once you've removed all what the architect has done, you've taken out every other thing, then you have your beams and slab position set for you. So with this, we've seen that the ground floor, the pattern, that is how you arrange your beams and your slab. So right now, since there's a cantilever, what I will do is to extend. I like using beam cantilever because it has more depth to carry the loads than slab cantilever, which is just 150, but the beam could be 450, which is better for me to carry the cantilever. So I will extend all this to this part, all this to this part, and this is what I will do. Just extend. I will extend it, and that is what I will do by extending it. So with that, I can say I have done with this pattern. Now you can say you've done your beam and slab arrangement. So this is how you do it. This is how you do it, by extending it. Once you extend it, it becomes that. So with this now, you know you finish your first floor slab beam layout. So this is how the layout would be. Then if you have your second floor, the second floor layout will be determined by your first floor position. I hope you guys are understanding me. Because how we look at the slab is, if you say first floor, it means your feet is on that slab looking downward. Your feet is on the slab looking downward. So if I say first floor, it means I'm on the first floor looking towards the ground floor. I hope I am understood on that. So when you say second floor, it means you are standing on the second floor looking downwards to first floor. Then if you say roof, you are on top the roof looking down to your second floor. I hope that is well understood. So if you want to arrange your beams, you are looking at the floor below to arrange your beam. So for our second floor, we'll be standing on the second floor looking downward to our first floor. So the patterns, the wall on the first floor will be how we will arrange our slab and our beams arrangements here. So on the roof level, we are looking at the roof downward, looking at the first your second floor. So the same thing holds like what we've done in part one. All these columns that are they will be terminating at the second floor, so they are not getting to the roof. So all this will be removed when you are doing your roof design or your uh, roof beam layout. So all this will be taken out. So this is what you will have. Anywhere there's this mark, it shows it terminates at the soffit of the second floor. All this. So with that, you are on your roof now, looking at your roof. So this is how your roof beam will be. So you have to look at something. Please pay attention. On your roof floor, it's advisable, because the wood you'll be using for your trusses, they are maximum 4 meter long. So your spacing between your roof beam, it's an advice. Is not that it's a law. I advise that the spacing is maximum 4 meter or less than 4 meters. So if we see this, there is about 4.6 meter. It means one of the wood you have to cross, you have to connect it here. So I would advise that you break that span so that the wood you'll be using can easily rest from wood from one beam to the other without joining them. So with that, it will make your roof very strong. So like all these that has very large span, so we could do this span from here to here. We're having 6 meters. So it's advisable you either break it this way, or you break it this way, depending on how you want to lay your trusses. But if you are laying your trusses this way, from the architectural look at the architectural one, so it's being laid this way, it flows in this direction. So your trusses are being aligned. So you look at your if you take your section through like this is section CC. Let's look at section CC. So if we look at our section CC, this is our truss. So what I'm trying to explain is, because this wood, the maximum they get to is 4 meters. So you try to create your roof beams at points less than 4 meters, so that you don't need to be joining the wood at mid span or so. So it's just an advice, it's not something you must do, but advisably it's better we break the span so that it doesn't sag much, or you don't need to be connecting it at the span area. So I think with this we can now do our roof beam. So this is how we'll create our roof beam, and we'll go away with. So it slides towards this direction, it moves towards this direction. So it's advisable we break our span on this direction. It goes this way, so it's advisable we break our span on this direction. So you have to pay attention to the architectural and also your structural work. I think we have come to the end of this section of creating our slab and beam layout structurally. So with this, if you understand this, you can create any slab and beam anywhere. So I want to say big thank you to everyone who has been a subscriber to this channel, and if you are yet to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. So until we come again, remain blessed. Thanks. So if you still have any question or anything you don't understand, please let us know, and we'll be glad to respond to you. So we'll say goodbye. Thanks.